We got more spaceships on the Rooski Brewski reviews today. Beer, 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 beer. Hello everybody, welcome back to me, Maple Rooski, for another Rooski Brewski review. And today the beer we have for you, that I have for you, is by the Granite Brewing Company. This is their Galactic Pale Ale. Coming in at, 5% alcohol by volume. And an unlisted IBUs. I don't see it on this can. I'm not too sure. Let's see what the website has to say about the IBU department, because I don't really know right now. Galactic Pale Ale is not showing any IBUs either. What about Untapped? Untapped, are you coming in with anything? 47 IBUs. Here's what the can looks like. Nice Starry Night, big galactic, I guess, you know. What you call that? A spaceship? Spaceship rocket. There you go. But it's very old, like would you say 50s, 60s sort of cartoonish. Even the coloring on it is very 50s, 60s cartoon of like a space and all that fun stuff. So I think that's really cool. I really like the can design here. It's a nice matte finish. But let's crack this open and see what we got. This is a beer I haven't seen before. I haven't had it before, so we're gonna pour it up into this Oktoberfest pint glass, or not pint glass, Steinish sort of beer mug. I can't think today. What a day I'm having. I'm just having one of those days. Realistically, we've all been having one of those days for the past, I don't know how many years, but that's okay. Kind of matches my shirt color. Yay! Looking at the beer though, slightly orangey, a little bit more yellowy, nice little bit of head. A little hazy as well, very, very nice to see. Looks like a solid pale ale so far. Let's have a smell. Not too much of an aroma coming off here. A little sweet. Ooh, actually a little sweet. A little citrusy. Yeah, a little sweet, like pineapple-y sweet, melon sweet. Slightly orangey, citrusy, but it doesn't smell super bitter. It smells actually pretty easygoing. 47 IBUs, kind of right in the middle of IBUs, but see how it tastes. Not too bad. Quite bitter for sure. Like nice big piney bitter. Citrus rind, grapefruity. There was a hint of sweetness in here. That was just ever so slightly there between the beginning and the transition into the mid flavor profile of this. There was a very small hint, small little blip. I gotta find that out. So cheers everybody, let's keep on drinking. It's not there this time, really. This is just a really bitter beer. Yeah. It's just bitter. Like really bitter citrus rind and pine. I don't really like it. There's that sort of sweet, like pineapple and a touch of like little like melon. But it's very bitter, very, very florally bitter. Like you've been into a very bitter flower almost too. Yeah, that's kind of weird. For me at least, it's I would say overly bitter. As far as, well, definitely pale ales go, wow, yeah, whoa, this is a heavy hitter in the bitterness department. Let's see what the can has to say for itself. So, the Granite Brewery and Tide House, all natural, open fermented, since 1991. 5% ABV, Untapped is showing it at 47 IBUs. Description: after an intergalactic journey sampling the best hops our universe has to offer, we've returned with a new recipe that questions the laws of space and time. Golden in color, this pale ale is generously hopped and with Cascade and Azaka, giving it an aroma and taste of tropical fruits that's out of this world. Brewed in Toronto, Canada, the Granite Brewery, Ontario, Incorporated, 245 Eglinton Avenue, East Toronto. Ingredients: water, malted barley, hops, and yeast. Return for refund, blah 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 blah. You can also follow them on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Nice description of the beer, but tropical fruity, or an aroma, tropical fruity. Yeah, I get the aroma. The taste, though, not so much. Getting more of that orange, more of that pale, more of that pineapple. But the finish is just so overly florally bittery that it just kind of turns me off. For being 5% ABV, but for having this amount of bitterness to it, and that the type of bitter it is very overwhelming. And I'm used to very big, bold, hard-hitting, in-your-face bitterness, IPAs, pale ales, double IPAs, all that fun stuff. But this just seems so concentrated in bittered flavor in the back end of the mouth, of the flavor profile, that it's a little much. It's a little much for my tasting. It's crisp though. Nice moderate mouthfeel. Pretty well done. But for a pale ale at 5%, very intense. Very, very intense. Looking on the bottom here, packaged on October 27th, 2018, easily available to read. I love that a lot. But yeah, it's a super bitter beer. I definitely was not expecting this. Moving over to the website now, granitebrewery.ca. You go to the beer section, and you scroll down, and you find Galactic Pale Ale. Now this one is showing that it's coming in at 4.7% ABV. So I'm not sure if there was a if that was an older batch, like an older recipe almost. Because this also, the description is a little bit different. Golden in color, this IPA. Now they're calling it an IPA in the description, where the name is Galactic Pale Ale. Is generously hopped with Cascade from the US and Galaxy hops from New Zealand, giving it an aroma and taste of tropical fruit. Now they are still using Cascade in here, but they're using Azaka in this particular can, or this rendition of the beer. So there is a bit of discrepancy between the website and this. Also on Untapped, it is showing it coming in at 4.7% ABV with the same description as on the website, which is different from here because this is using Azaka and not the Galaxy hop. So it that is something to note for sure, 100%, especially with the Untapped rating at 3.46 out of 5. There is a bit different. There is a bit of a difference. Also, it does show the original gravity of it being 1049. So I don't know if that means 1.049 or 10.49. Not 100% sure. So a little weird there. I mean, nice looking website. Just kind of confused as to why it's not updated for the current rendition of the Galactic Pale Ale. It's a nice pale ale, for sure. Flavors are good. It's just intense hops and intense bitterness in the back end. And as far as pale ale goes, yeah, they can be hoppy, you know. Of course they can be hoppy. But I would expect this amount of bitterness in a beer to be more IPA driven. I would say it's more of a West Coast IPA flavor than a pale ale. And that's where it's definitely going to lose some marks. It's not as malty as a West Coast IPA, but it has that exact same bitterness, hoppy bitterness, intensity, that sort of florally intensity. That's definitely where it's leaning to. It's just, I don't know, I'm a little disappointed, a little bummed out, but still, overall, pretty good flavors, just way more intense than I was ever expecting, to be honest. But yeah, like I said, Untapped, 3.46 bottle caps out of 5, and that's out of just over 1,000 ratings. It's decent. Cheers, everybody. Let's get right to ratings. Oh, this is the final sip. Duh. Great mouthfeel, moderate mouthfeel, little heavy, not too bad, nice and crisp, great bitterness to it, great piney, great grapefruit, nice bit of bitter citrus rind, florally, nice citrus notes as well, very light tropical flavor, and slight melon that sort of pops up really quick and then goes away, but definitely way more bitter and florally than anything else, to be honest. And a little too bitter in my taste for as far as pale ales go. Way intense, way too intense. Galactic Pale Ale gets a solid 6 out of 10 for me as far as flavors and tastes and aromas and all that stuff goes for the beer itself. But the presentation, on the other hand, I really like it. I love the sort of 50s, 60s cartoonish or comic book themed space rocket and just all that stuff. Very, very cool. Nice description on the back. Ingredients are listed. That's perfect. On the bottom, easy to read. Brewed on or best before date. Perfect. All it's missing are IBUs off the can. One gripe with the website, though, is that the description is slightly different, but in the slight difference that it is means all the world of difference to what beer you're drinking. That one's listing Galaxy hops. This is Azaka. That's 4.7. This is 5. That is even though it seems very minor, to me is a very big issue, is when if you update something, you don't update your information about the beer. Also, the way the original gravity is written, it just says 1049. That seems a little ridiculous. There's no decimal point, and I think there should be one, either right after the 1 or right after the 0. But overall, presentation, because the description on the website is so much different, or it means so much difference, presentation gets a solid 7.5 out of 10 for me. With all that said, guys, though, if you have any comments, questions, or beers you want me to review in the future, you can leave all the information down in the comment box below. If you want to go ahead and like this video or subscribe to me, Mate Brewski, that'd be greatly appreciated as well. With all that said, that's going to do it for me, Mate Brewski, and like I always say, crack a beer and enjoy. Cheers.